the Fairy Fountain, the show where I do ASMR, meditation, all kinds of relaxation. And today, we are doing another ASMR bedtime story. And to celebrate Black History Month, I got a storybook of one of my favorite poems by one of my favorite poets and novelists. She's basically got her, she did a lot of stuff, but she's most known for her poetry, and that is the one and only Maya Angelou. She is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite poet of all time. Now, as you know, we do triggers in these bedtime stories, so we're going to start off with some triggers, and then we're going to read the bedtime story, and then we're going to finish it off with more triggers so that you can fall asleep. Let's get weird. We can't start off a book reading without my bookworm. She has to do her bookworm dance to bless this video. Bookworm dance. She loves you. Bookworm dance. Bookworm dance. Bookworm dance. Bookworm dance. Bookworm dance. Look at her shake that wormy butt. That sluggy butt. She's twerking. Twerking it out. Twerk it out. Twerk it out. Twerk it out. She can do the worm. 'Cause she is a worm. Alright. Now, I love this little squishy ball. Do you hear it squish? Okay. Everyone loves bubbles. I chose yellow because it's a happy color. That last one was a dud. So was that one apparently. Okay. But sounds like we got the opening triggers out of the way. Actually, I was gonna do a Valentine's Day themed ASMR video, but I didn't have enough time. There was a lot more Black History Month videos I had planned, but I only got around to doing 2 of them, which is fine. Alright, now that you're nice and relaxed, I'm going to begin the story. It is a poetry picture book of Maya Angelou's poem, Life Doesn't Frighten Me, with paintings by Jean-Michel Michael Basquiat. That's French. I cannot speak French. I can a little, but I don't know how to pronounce their names whatsoever. The only one I know how to pronounce is like Pierre or some shit. My mustache is being gay. Sorry. Let's read. scares in the dark. No, they don't frighten me at all. That panther got a big old booty. He be twerking. That new classroom where the boys all pull my hair, kissy little girls with their hair in curls, they don't frighten me at all. Don't show me the frogs and snakes and listen for my scream. I'm afraid. If I'm afraid at all, it's only in my dreams. I've got a magic charm that I keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all. Not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Maya Angelou, 1928 to 2014, was a poet, writer, performer, civil rights advocate, and professor whose words and deeds have made a lasting impression on American society. Dr. Maya Angelou experienced a challenging early childhood, faced with her parents' separation and the ever-present cloud of racism. Yet, fortified by the nurturing support of her grandmother, mother, and brother, Angelou thrived. For much of their early childhood years, Angelou and her older brother lived with their paternal grandmother in Stamps, Arkansas, where the race relations had little improved since the Civil War. Against the turbulent backdrop, the children were raised in a proud, industrious family, led by their grandmother and steeped in the world of literature. Paul Laurence Dunbar Langston Hughes, W.E.B. Du Bois, the Brontes, Mark Twain, and Shakespeare. Following a traumatic assault at age 7, Angelou stopped speaking for 5 years. Later, she said of that time, I stopped talking, but I could hear. When I decided to speak again, I had a lot to say. Thankfully, Angelou never chose silence over action again. After bearing a son at age 16, Angelou worked tirelessly to support her family. She worked as a cook, a waitress, an actress, a singer, and a dancer, wisely choosing musical genres where she would be most noticed, such as calypso, then a popular musical trend. From 1959 to 1960, Dr. Angelou served as the Northern Coordinator for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Southern Christian Leadership Conference. As activism sped worldwide, she traveled to Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, where in Ghana she became the first female editor of an English-language newsweekly and later a professor at the University of Ghana. Returning to the United States in the late 1960s, she found the country in the midst of increasingly contrasting movements, the black nationalism promoted by Malcolm X, and the nonviolent integration of Dr. King. A friend to both men, Dr. Angelou often acted as the philosophical bridge between the two of them. Dr. Angelou was named the first Reynolds Professor of American Studies at Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A lifetime position she held for more than 30 years. Until her death in 2014, she wrote, lectured, protested, and performed passionately worldwide, advocating always for the rights of all to be exercised with perseverance and civility. Among her many accolades and accomplishments are Dr. Angelou's powerful poem, On the Pulse of Morning, commissioned by President Bill Clinton for his inauguration, only the second poem ever so commissioned by a U.S. president, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom, awarded to Dr. Angelou in 2011 by President Barack Obama. With eloquence and immediacy, Maya Angelou has shared her own life story in a series of strong autobiographies, beginning with the acclaimed I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which I want to read. In all her work, she shares her passion and exuberance, her defeats and triumphs, so that all may feel her vitality, humor, and faith. Her advice not only to writers, but also to everyone, to read everything possible, be it African American, European, know this isn't really big books that we read, it's little short stories. And I show you guys pictures. So, I'm very happy they made this book. Going back to the triggers now so you can fall asleep. Here's some bubbles. I wanted to read this poem specifically because in America right now it's pretty scary, and I wanted us all to have some kind of courage. And we can certainly look up to Maya Angelou, who went through some scary shit in her life too. I know it's scary, but focus on the things that you can help. Not the future, the present. That's what I'm doing. Whether that's creating or writing or calming people down with ASMR like what I'm doing. I'm doing all three actually. Here's a squishy. Oh, it got dirty in the carpet. Dang it. I'll have to wash this in a bit. It's got cat hair on it now. It's gross. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're nodding off as we speak, because we all need a little bit of help sleeping these days, I know. My bookworm wants to do a slow dance for you while you sleep. Look at her colors. Aren't her colors pretty? And I have one more surprise. I finally have this. I love these things so much. Rain on a hot tin roof. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is the end of February, Valentine's Day, and Black History Month. Don't forget to check out my shop, prismaticdreams.com. We're doing a giveaway of everything, basically. Links and details in description. I also have a Patreon if you want to support me that way. And links to that in description as well.